Welcome to PSA SquashXtra, where we bring you the latest highlights, news and features from inside the PSA World Tour. March saw a massive 18 tournaments take place across the PSA World Tour. It was fantastic to see squash go back to the nation's capital in London for the Canary Wharf Classic. The opening day saw Frenchman Lucas Serme stun Marwan El-Shabaghi in a huge first round upset. While high-flying Kiwi Paul Cole also upset the seedings to scalp Simon Rosner. It was the evergreen Nick Matthew, though, who stole all the headlines, as the 36-year-old swept all before him 3-love to set up a final decider with Ferez Dasuki. And the Wolf showed he still has the hunger to win, beating Dasuki 3-1. And in a huge gesture, the 3-time world champion donated all his prize winnings to Sunshine for Sumner, the campaign supporting young squash player Sumner Malik in his battle against cancer.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, it's, I can't even imagine what the Malik family are going through. I know the family through the British Junior Open, which is staged at my club in Sheffield over the last number of years, and followed them closely. And I just I don't know, I just couldn't really. I thought I need to try and do something and to try and help. We're very fortunate to be able to earn a living from our sport, and I don't necessarily want loads of sort of thanks for that. I guess the only reason I publicised it was so that more people could maybe be made aware of it. Someone that needs help, he's not alone. I'm being a parent myself. It's a sort of a cause that's close to me, and young squash playing boy, hopefully got a great future ahead of him in life and in squash, and anything that we can do as a PSA individually to help, we have to do it.
The world's top female players travelled to Colombia for the Ciudad de Florida Blanca, the most lucrative women's event ever in South America. After 3 days of superb action, disaster struck for America's Amanda Sobey. The 23-year-old was match point up against compatriot Olivia Blatchford when she ruptured her Achilles tendon. It means she's out for the rest of the season, while for Blatchford it was a place in a huge final.
It's been dramatic, to say the least. It's also been incredible and very eye-opening. It's been an experience that definitely is going to stick through me for the rest of my career, and I think it's going to change the way I see the world a little bit. So, but yeah, it's been incredible. I know that all the girls have felt like we've been treated like princesses, and we absolutely have. We've been treated like absolute royalty. So definitely want to get back here one day. It's a wonderful place. It's I wouldn't say necessarily it's a motivation, but it's definitely a little bit more fire in your belly. There's a grandeur to it that makes it romanticizes the entire thing, right? That squash can be played on top of a mountain in front of the Santissimo, that it can be played, anywhere in front of the pyramids. That it's a romanticism that I think it excites every aspect and element of it. So, I mean, for me, it's just been so incredible because I haven't really had that much time on a big stage like this. So it's definitely been, if not motivating, very, very exciting and very, very satisfying.
She couldn't do enough to stop Nicole David from taking the title, though, in a victory that saw the legendary 8-time world champion return to winning ways. Our friends at SquashSkills took a look at some of the traits that make David so good when she's in full flow. After her win in Colombia, David was looking to carry her form into the 2017 Elan British Open in a bid to win the iconic event for a 6th time. With Noronha Hart and Joelle King bowing out in round 1, the women's draw was opened up from the off. But after securing a huge win over Camille Serme, David fell to the tournament surprise package, Sarah Jane Perry, as the Englishwoman secured a stunning semi-final win. Perry's victory saw her meet compatriot Laura Mazzaro, who beat world #1 Noor El Shabini in the first all-English women's final since 1991. But it was the experienced campaigner Mazzaro that took the spoils to win the British for the second time in her career. In the men's draw, a new world #1 was crowned as Gregory Gaultier continued his unbeaten run to storm to the title. The 34-year-old followed up his Swedish Open and Windy City Open wins by annihilating the field to Holt Matthew in the final and become the oldest world #1 ever. Perry's run saw her secure a place at the World Series finals in Dubai. With the women's road to Dubai standings now complete, here's a look at who made it to Dubai. We caught up with Dubai-bound Camille Serme last month in Chicago.
Hi, I'm Camille Serme from France. I'm 27 years old and I'm world #2. It's actually hard to pick one because winning 3 World Series events, they were all amazing, but maybe I would say the first one, the British Open. What I miss when I'm on tour, mostly my boyfriend, family. I'm very close to my family, so that's what I miss the most. My favorite food, easy, French food. No specific meal, I just love all the French food, the cheese, the wines, and all bad stuff. When I think of Dubai, I think of heights, big buildings, money, hot, and squash, of course. If I can be the World Series champion this year, yeah, I think we all have a chance, to be honest. The top 8 is really strong at the moment, so why not?
With over a dozen other events taking place, March was yet again another busy month for the PSA World Tour stars. The old guard keep going. Finland's Olli Tuominen won another PSA World Tour title in the Oregon Open with a victory over USA #1 Todd Harrity. While Scotsman Alan Klein pulled off a huge win to beat Tom Richards and Surab Ghosal to take the Wimbledon Club Squash Squared Open. With Gaultier up to world #1, it's all changed in the men's world rankings. Shabaghi drops to #3, while the gap is closed on world #1 Noor El Shabini ahead of next month's World Championship. The Women's World Championship will be live on SquashTV from April the 7th to the 14th, alongside the 2017 Alguna International. Those events will see the world's best players ahead of Egypt's Red Sea for what promises to be 2 weeks of intense action. Make sure you never miss any of the action by subscribing to SquashTV on YouTube now to see all the highlights, mega rallies and more. Canary Wharf Classic, which sorry, I can't believe I can't see that. I've got my lenses in, sorry. Players travel to Colombia for the Ciudad de Floridablanca. I thought I blanked that one. I thought I got through that. I thought I blanked that first time. For the Ciudad de Floridablanca. Yes.